Yes, so I said in this video, I would show you why tungsten lights are still special to me and for short films, feature films, commercials, and even documentaries. I'm gonna pause here. I'm gonna say, if you're watching these videos, please hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell. It really helps the channel out. It helps us do more tutorials, find more equipment to review, and it just keeps us going. One of the best features about a standard tungsten Fresnel light is just the look of it, the shape, how the light bleeds out from the center to the end. That's a big deal to me. That Fresnel lens is going to give you a more focusable light source, and it's going to be much sharper than many other light sources. That's one benefit. Another benefit that I really love is the ability to spot and flood this light. Now I know you can do that on a lot of the mono light Bowen mounts. If you put a Fresnel adapter on it, then you have the ability to spot and flood that light also. But that costs you more money to buy that extra accessory. And if you have more than one light, then you have to buy that accessory for multiple lights. Where tungsten lights, for their price, they already have this Fresnel lens. Unless you're buying open face lights. That means no glass in the front. So with a quick turn of the knob, now I have spot capabilities. The other benefit is having barn doors to be able to help shape the light. So if I want to put a slash down the wall here, back behind me, I'm able to do so with this light. So I can get some pretty cool looking things. Let's make sure this is full spot. Really not what I'm going to go with. And then full flood it out. Nice even beam of light coming through there, and I can make this as big and as small as I like to. I can also use flags to do the same thing. The beauty about a Fresnel lens is really about cutting light, flagging light. If you want to do something more detective style or noir or something like The Man Who Wasn't There, black and whitey kind of look, you're gonna want some hard shadows. Hard cuts, hard cut shadows. See how hard that cut is? Very hard cut shadows, people in shadows, things of that nature. If I was to walk out here, you see crisp, hard shadow. Closer to light, the softer, the further away, I get much harder, crisper shadows. That you cannot get out of a bounce light or really softening the lights, a book light, so to say, a bounce and return. So you bounce it into something, return it into maybe a half grid or a quarter grid, something like that. That makes those shadows super soft, so you never get those really crisp shadows as you would from just a directional Fresnel lens. I love hard shadows. It's a beautiful thing. Soft, big, sourcey, soft looking lights, that's beautiful too. But sometimes you want more dark, dramatic looking sequences, and that's where a Fresnel lens is going to come in handy for you as a filmmaker, depending on what kind of film you are making. It's just talking about bouncing. You can use these as a bounce too. Normally, I would go with an open face light. That means no glass in the front, just pure UV light just blasting, right? But you can still use a Fresnel lens as a bounce light. Remember, these are hot lights, so remember where you grab them. And then I could spot this bad boy in and give me just a bit more light, and I can turn up the power because it's on a dimmer. Now I have a nice softy kind of glow to this Fresnel that I'm bouncing into just a normal beat board here. And again, as I said in the last video, color accurate. Tungsten lights are generally going to be super color accurate. They're going to be 3200 degrees Kelvin, and they're not going to have like magenta or greens in them like fluorescent lights do and LED lights do. We can really see the beauty glow out of this guy. Now I turn off my main light source. Now I've got just this and this backlight here. Now I can light me up. One little light can really do it all. Now they're probably not powerful enough, but with today's ISOs and what you're shooting at, a little 1K like this is going to do a lot of work for you. I can light myself up pretty nicely with this guy. And then I can use this to mimic practicals, because people still like that orangey kind of practical look, especially when it's nighttime against some blue, some dark blue moonlight kind of look. See if we can get some of that going. Turn that up 65, and maybe we got a nice little mix of some orange and some really dark blue, or add some gel to it. CTB. Add a little basic CTB to your light there, and then you can get a darker blue mix between the two. So I still want to do a practical lighting setup with these lights. I haven't gotten to it yet, but in a future video I will take them, shoot a night scene in my downstairs studio. But again, we've been super busy because over here on our B camera, I've got a new camera I've been shooting with. I've been testing that out recently. And what camera is that? It's a surprise. So we're gonna see that in the next video. So remember to hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and you'll see what camera we're shooting on compared to the OG Blackmagic cinema camera and this new 6K camera. So I hope to see you in that video, and then as always, remember to keep shooting.